Tonight, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, it's Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. It's the Miami Dolphins taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to...
Josh Lambo.
It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Dolphins take over.
Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Tua now on first down. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Good.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll go down at the 28.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. Well, that's how they envisioned to get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The lines move there, look like nobody open, now second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the third down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up fourth down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
It'll be a 41-yard punt, giving 5 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And it's right about this time of the year that you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
There certainly is, because we all know everyone is aiming for that #1 seed. But failing that, because only 2 teams in the NFL get a bye, 1 from each conference, that question becomes who's hot? Who's peaking at the right time as you start the playoffs?
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
On second down, Tua hit, and the ball is out. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
Jacobs.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And the Jags are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
2nd and goal from the 1. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
From the 15 now after the sack. It's 3rd and goal. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So on 4th down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on.
A 28-yard attempt.
And Lambo will put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
7. Jaguars 3.
They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
Miami set to take over. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
2nd and 6.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. That'll be complete to Breida. Give him 3 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
Tagovailoa's pass.
7 yards, the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3. At the Jaguars 40.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
That's good.
11 yards there. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here's Tua. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The numbers for Washington in last week's contest: 5 catches, 59 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Complete.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
He was the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5. That one complete to Hill. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
It's a gain of 6.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. They go play action here on 1st down. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he's got this down to the 35. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That catch good for only a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 33-yard line.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
3rd down.
On play action, they'll throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 13-yard line. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And it's 3rd down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. It took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. A 10-play drive that time. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville.
Josh Lambo.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Matt Breed in the offense heading back out. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat, make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Now this one complete on the slant route. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 47-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 42.
Baby Dolphin. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Tua going to hand this one to Breida. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
On first down, Tagovailoa. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He was looking for Matt Breida out of the backfield, and it's 3rd and 4.
Intended for Matt Breida. Incomplete. He was covered by C.J. Henderson.
Looking to pass. Tua. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
At their own 28-yard line.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
And going deep for Hill. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
Thus far, they haven't been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
When you're dead last in the NFL in third down conversions, the odds are against you every time you face it. How about him picking up that one? That was big for them.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target, and he didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And going deep for... And this is caught. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Tua and the rest of the Dolphin offense heading back out. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to it.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And his pass, incomplete.
Tagovailoa's pass.
Here's second and 10 now from the 35.
Incomplete. Leads to second and 10 at the 35-yard line.
From the gun, it's Tua. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And that'll make it third down.
He was covered by...
And again, it's Tagovailoa. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I want to wait until the season's over. But he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line.
The Jaguars take over first.
Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
Hill, the intended receiver once again. That'll bring up second down. Fournette running out of the gun. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get him into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. But one thing's for sure, they're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. Second down.
Incomplete. It leads to second and 10.
His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. On the draw, this is Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll go with a big bank Fournette, and he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Tua. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
A pass underneath for Fournette. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Leonard Fournette. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll look to throw.
42-yard line.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He wants it all for the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, where it was the visiting Lions who come in and get the road victory. 24-10 was your final. From there, we're off to check out another game, and it was the visiting Chicago Bears who come away with the victory. 20-13, the final score. And then one more to highlight, Monday Night Football. That'll be a good one between the Seattle Seahawks and the Tampa Bay Bucks. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. From the 6. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
At the 35-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Fournette on the counter. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Christian Wilkins with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the 3rd quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a 1-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
Tua now on 1st down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
What's the deal, y'all?
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, and now it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here's Tua. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Miles Jack with a sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now, the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Tua sets up to pass it. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
2 yards on the pickup.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. So that'll back them up 5. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Again, it's Fournette. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to to the line of scrimmage, that's all. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to...
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. James Washington, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. 17-17 the score, all even to this point as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. It's Logan Wilson there to bring him down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and...
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 yards there, 1st down.
And a Jaguar 1st down.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll run it again with Fournette. Fournette fighting through. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 16 yards, a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he finds Howard complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
You don't see too many pass-catching fullbacks nowadays, partner. In fact, you don't see too many fullbacks, period.
Good news, though, he does have decent hands, and we saw it right there on display. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 18. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. What a catch inside the 5. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and they will take a 7-point lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Miami set to take over. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early.
Offense.
Not a great start to this drive. You had the sack, now the false start.
I mean, it doesn't take much to either read lips or just imagine what the head coach is saying right now. Get your head in the game, guys. Let's go.
On 2nd down, Tua. And his throw here's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 19.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Tua going to throw. Got an open man. It's Washington. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
Offense.
That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Play action. Now it's Tua. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
In the end zone. Marcus Williams on the coverage.
On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And that will tie our game here in the 3rd quarter. That time, a 9-play drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10. At their own 28-yard line.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the 1st half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if we can drive the bus here again on this drive.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 8. And it brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Fournette. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Miami. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Second and 12 now at the 44-yard line. They'll run with Fournette. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. But once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Byron Jones on the coverage.
Now Fournette. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there and a first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Fournette. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. After the turnover, it's Tua. Now the ball comes loose, and the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Ellis. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards on the play.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route, and the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. DJ Chark, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Chark, incomplete. Brings up 2nd and goal.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Jaguars have moved out in front.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Lambo on for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville.
Josh Lambo to kick.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Out
comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
From the gun, it's Tua. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down.
And the Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A quick slant to Hill. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. On the run, it's Fournette. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. After the penalty, it's Fournette. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. of the gun. They'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
At their own 20.
Miami set to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with second down coming up.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on fourth down.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. On fourth down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, fourth down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up first and 10 at their own 44. They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Fournette running out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's out to his running back, Fournette. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So Tua and the Dolphins down by 7. 1:36 to go. They need a touchdown to the PAT to tie it as they come up first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. To throw is Tua. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A nice move gets him a few extra. Down just shy of his 20. They fake the handoff. Now Tua.
No timeout. You got to go quick here.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you it's not very good.
Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. So this will be a win for Jacksonville, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Jaguars, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.